Dear students, before the class discussed about the what is the meaning of DNA replication or what is the meaning of semi-conservative method of DNA replication and is proposed by semi-conservative method of DNA replication. So in this class discuss about the machinery and the enzymes or the process of DNA replication. Now let us, in most of the living cells, both prokaryotic organisms and eukaryotic organisms, but here especially to be explained in prokaryotic organisms, that is Escherichia coli or E. coli, Escherichia coli or E. coli. So some of the scientists to be detailed described about the DNA replication or semi-conservative method of DNA replication in prokaryotic organisms such as Escherichia coli bacteria or E. coli bacteria. In living cells such as E. coli or Escherichia coli, the process of replication of DNA requires a set of catalysts or set of enzymes. So the main enzyme required for DNA replication is DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme. In all living cells, especially the prokaryotic organism such as Escherichia coli or E. coli bacteria, the process of replication of DNA requires a set of catalysts or set of enzymes. Those set of enzymes, opening of DNA helix is involved helicase enzyme, topoisomerase enzyme, a single stranded phosphate enzyme, polymerase enzyme, DNA polymerase 1 enzyme, DNA polymerase 3 enzyme, DNA polymerase 3 enzyme, and also primers. But in their DNA replication, for very useful the enzyme DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme, DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme. In this replication process, to be utilizing the main enzyme, that is DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme. But in this transcription process, to be utilizing the main enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme. Don't confuse over here. In this DNA replication process, to be required one main enzyme, that is named DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme, and in this transcription process to be required one main enzyme, that is named DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase enzyme. Okay, no? DNA replication. So it takes place by DNA molecule. Transcription is takes place by RNA molecules, mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, mRNA, tRNA, rRNA. Okay, no? The main enzyme required for DNA replication is DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme. What is the using of DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme in this DNA replication process? Now, DNA polymerase use a DNA template. DNA polymerase use a DNA template. By the means of parent DNA molecule to be act of template DNA molecule or template DNA strand. Then after to be synthesizing of several DNA molecules. DNA polymerase use a DNA template to catalyze the polymerization of deoxynucleotides. polymerization of deoxynucleotides. Several nucleotides to be forming of the DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme. By means several daughter DNA molecules will be reproduced in their DNA replication process. DNA replication process. So now DNA polymerase is a DNA template to catalyze the polymerization of deoxynucleotides. Deoxynucleotides. So in this deoxynucleotide phosphate act as substrate for polymerization of nucleotides and also provide energy for polymerization reaction. So in this DNA replication, first of all to be activation of nucleotides. So 4 nitrogen bases are here: adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine. These are purines and pyrimidines. So adenine, by means adenine to be required one monophosphate, that is adenosine monophosphate. Next coming to guanosine monophosphate and thymine monophosphate and cytosine monophosphate. So and then after adenosine monophosphate is added to again 2 phosphates. Next formation of adenosine triphosphate, guanosine triphosphate and thymine triphosphate and cytosine triphosphate, that is deoxynucleotide triphosphate. Deoxynucleotide triphosphates. Every nucleotide are having mainly component nitrogen bases. In nitrogen bases are in purines and pyrimidines. What are the purines? Adenine, guanine. What are the pyrimidines? Thymine, cytosine. So that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, GTP, guanosine triphosphate. Okay now, TTP, thymine pyrophosphate, CTP, cytosine triphosphate. These are deoxynucleotide triphosphates. Okay now, deoxynucleotide triphosphates act as substrate for polymerization of nucleotides and also provide energy for the polymerization reactions. Next coming to, so in this DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme catalyze the polymerization of nucleotides only in one direction, that is 5' towards 3'. 5' towards 3'. In generally every DNA molecule made up of polynucleotide chains or polynucleotide strands, mainly 2 polynucleotide strands. One strand in 3' towards to the 5', another strand in 5' towards to the 3'. Okay no? In generally the double helical structure of DNA molecule is made up of several polynucleotides. But here in double helical manner of the DNA containing 2 strands. So one strand is 3' towards to the 5', another strand is 5' towards to the 3', 5' towards to the 3'. So dear students, DNA polymerase enzyme catalyzes the polymerization of nucleotides only in one direction, that is 5' towards to the 3' or 5' end towards to the 3' end. Next coming to, in replication does not initiate randomly at any place of the DNA molecule. The replication does not initiate randomly at any place of the DNA molecule. Only replication takes place in the certain place. Only replication takes place in the certain location. So dear students, replication occurs at a time within a small opening of DNA called replication fork. Already before the classes to be described about the replication fork or origin of replication. Origin of replication. So dear students, replication occurs at a time within a small opening of DNA helix. This is a DNA. So at a time small opening of DNA helix, that is called replication fork. That is called replication fork generally. So this is a double stranded DNA molecule. Beginning of the DNA replication. So to be form a one small opening. To be form a one small opening of DNA helix. Small opening of DNA helix. That is called replication fork. That is called replication fork. Okay now. In this replication does not initiate randomly at any place of the DNA molecule, but here in this replication occurs at a time within a small opening of DNA helix. With a small opening of DNA helix. So that is called replication fork. That is called replication fork. So the replication process to be beginning of one small opening like structure. That is replication fork. So clearly understood. This is very important over here. The DNA replication to be beginning at a small opening point. That is called replication fork. Replication occurs at a time within a small opening of DNA helix. That is called replication fork. This is a replication fork. This is a replication fork. Next coming to a definite site in the DNA molecule of Escherichia coli bacteria was identified initially from which the replication originates, and this region of termed as the origin of replication. So replication fork. So this is a origin of replication, beginning of the replication. Beginning of the replication. So a definite site. A definite site, that is the replication fork. So here a definite site in the DNA molecule of Escherichia coli bacteria was identified initially from which the replication originates. Replication originates, and this region is termed as the origin or origin of replication, beginning of the replication. That is replication fork. That is replication fork. So the replication originates, and this region is termed as the origin of replication, short form ORI. ORI means origin of replication. Origin of replication. Why? Because of the required for the origin of replication, that a piece of DNA, if needed be propagated during DNA recombinant procedures, requires a one vector. This vector is always provided the origin of replication. So to be form a one small opening, that is called replication fork. So in this replication fork to be started the DNA replication process, that is origin of replication. So to be required a small piece of DNA. So this small piece of DNA to be using in recombinant DNA process, throwing a vector. Escherichia coli is a best suitable vector. In this vector is always to be carrying up a segment of DNA molecule. This is a segment of DNA molecule to be using the replication process. So next coming to, due to dissolution of hydrogen bonds between hydrogen bases, the stored strands of DNA get separated from the point of origin. So this is a replication fork, and beginning of the DNA replication, that is origin of replication. So in this double helical stranded manner of DNA will be get separated. Why? Because weakening of hydrogen bonds between of the nitrogen bases, then will be two strands get separated. Two strands get separated. Dear students, first now to be form one replication fork. This replication fork to be symbol of origin of replication or Ori. So then will be two DNA strands get be separated. In generally, these two strands containing several nitrogen bases, that is purines and pyrimidines. So that is adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, adenine. So these purines and pyrimidines, so containing two hydrogen bonds and three hydrogen bonds. So in this time, so the dissolution of hydrogen bonds between of the nitrogen base pair, that will be get separated to DNA strands. To DNA strands. From the point of Ori, from the point of Ori, from the point of Ori, then will be get separated to DNA strands, to DNA strands. Due to dissolution of hydrogen bonds between nitrogen bases, the two strands of DNA get separated from the point of Ori. This is a point of Ori. There will be two DNA strands get separated because of in this point of Ori to be weakening of the hydrogen bonds between of the nitrogen bases, between of the nitrogen bases. Why? Because to be beginning of the DNA replication, one parental DNA molecule get produced daughter DNA molecules, two daughter DNA molecules. So hence the origin of replication or point of origin gets separated two strands. Both the isolated strands from the point of origin of replication function as template strands. So in this time to be separated two DNA strands. So each DNA strand to be act of template strand. Each DNA strand to be act of template strand. So the template strand will be produced a daughter strand or complementary strand. Daughter strand or complementary strand or coding strand. Coding strand. So this is about the some process of DNA replication. Next coming to another some process of DNA replication. Okay now? Thank you.